One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome into my Gamers Lounge, which I will try not to talk in first person. To refer to myself, but how you doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Getting set up here on the stream, trying to make a post as well. Make sure I get it out of there, get everything out of there. Like a good friend of mine that streams a lot, who is a constant gamer and influencer. My man Grand Pooh Bear, shout out to him. He said, "Go everywhere, man. I post on social. I stream on this. I stream on that. Go everywhere." So that is what I'm trying to do here, people. Stream everywhere. We're on right now. We're on LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. We're on 2 Twitch channels. We're on Ahman Green TV and NIL TV Esports, X, and then Instagram as well. So actually, I have to go over to the Instagram and click the go part, the go live part. There it is. It's going live now. All right. So we are live on Instagram. You won't be able to see that photo. Hold up. All right. We are good to go. Let me get one more thing set up here, Akedo. Then I'll be ready to roll. Had a good conversation. Just got on the phone with Craig and Emily. Got some more good news. So we could talk about that after the show. But we're doing some things with Duke University. True Blue TV will be coming to an existence now, along with NIO TV Sports, along with the Mind Green TV Sports. So we're going to have a group of people that's just going to hang. We're going to have our little, what do we call it, like group or syndicate, like our gaming club or whatever. We're going to have some Duke athletes that might be hardcore gamers. And if not, at least casual. Then you got us, you got me, Akedo, Atomic Bomb, Naughty. We got Horseboat. We got Bear Fan. Yodel Strudel, you Goofy, who else that all jumps in? Master High Roller, all that. So it's going to be fun once we get all the kids involved too, to see what their game is like. Can they handle this life? Can they really be about that life? Can they be about the life of that? So let's see here. So, like I mentioned, this is the Gamers Lounge, right? This is the ultimate destination for all things gaming. Hosted by myself, Ahman Green Bay Packers all-time leading rusher, and some people may say legendary NFL running back. But also I'm a video game enthusiast. Been playing video games since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. All right. This show is your weekly getaway for the latest news, hottest game releases, and this show will and in-depth discussions about the industry leaders in Microsoft, in the companies that develop and publicize these games, print these games out there. So stuff going on with them. This stuff is always going on, good and bad. It's mostly the bad has been tariffs, price going up on Nintendo games, which is hitting record highs and stuff like that, or people getting fired. And we're still in that neighborhood right now. There's a lot of big layoffs in companies. And unfortunately, this is the way of the business in the gaming place, where there's massive, from anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people just laid off in a whole department. And so that's one whole game, that a group of people that just made a game, and then boom, they're without a job. But I'm pretty sure they know it's coming, so they know to get ready and then already have a job ready to move forward. So like I mentioned, so whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore esports fan, My Gamers Lounge or Mind Green's Gamers Lounge has something for you and everyone. So grab your controller. Get your controller, your Xbox, your PlayStation, your Switch, even the Joy-Con works. Settle in and join in as we dive into a dynamic world of gaming. So we always check in first with the team here. So we had a fun weekend because it was a holiday weekend, right? It was a fun holiday weekend for myself, for Akedo. Had family come down, my daughter, one of her friends from school. And now they're both in their professional careers. They're both in one is in service. They're both in services. My daughter, she's into being a deputy sheriff at a prison. Her friend is a nurse that is also working on other degrees and certifications. So she'll be graduating this summer and being more of a certified nurse than just a medical assistant. So she is doing big things. So I'm happy for both of them. But to hang out with them, you just remember they're still your kids, and even though somebody else's kid at my house, that's my kid too. You got to take care of them, got to feed them. Had good eats. We had greens. We had baked chicken. We had mac and cheese. Did you eat Marie's mac and cheese, Akedo?
I don't think I got a chance to.
Oh my God. I wish I could bring it with me to, she'll be in Milwaukee for a gaming classic. So you might be able to, we could roll up to your house in Sheboygan one night, or get a kitchen.
Welcome to
get a kitchen going somewhere close, and we can get that mac and cheese on the menu. So we had that with some cookies, her famous cookies. She did what was it called? It was an oddball name of a cookie that just caught me off guard, and I'm like, but either way, it was good. Ain't nothing cookie wise or cake wise that she does that's not bad, y'all. Just saying. I want to put her up there with Mrs. Fields and better.
I mean, she
For
Miss
sure.
Mrs. Fields ain't got nothing on Marie Green. I'm putting that out there. I'm just saying. Crumble cookie? Nope.
No.
Insomnia cookie? Nope. Hey, Insomnia, I just wake up, babe. Can you make me a batch of cookies right now? You talking about Insomnia, babe? Mom, babe, I can't sleep. Can I get them vegan chocolate chips? Ooh, I just said vegan chocolate chip, y'all. Okay, she's doing it all. She's staying healthy for you and still hitting your sweet tooth all at the same time. It's yum yum. It's yum yum. So she's gone. She's visiting family in Florida, so I'm bacheloring it right now. Got to figure out what I'm gonna make for dinner. I have leftovers from my quinoa, mushrooms, kale, tomatoes, and green onion dish I had last night. Very healthy. So we got that going on. But yeah, so we had all the good food eating. We played a little game. We did Mario Party. And Mario Party and Mario. We did Mario Party. We didn't do Superstars. We have both now. Yeah, but my daughter and I and her friend, they signed up for an event, which I thought was weird. It was on Easter weekend, which I don't think. How many people in the chat put a hand up saying that y'all knew this was Easter weekend? Because this guy didn't know it was Easter weekend.
Last weekend was Easter weekend, yeah.
No, I mean that's what I mean. The weekend, this past weekend was Easter weekend. Like,
yeah, we went down for church, and
I didn't realize it was this early. Like, usually Easter weekend is like the second or third weekend of April, not the jump off like right after April Fool's Day. So I was like throwing off. So I always forget to get Marie a Easter egg basket or of candy and stuff. She gets me one every year, and I'm like, oh. Damn it. You remembered. I say I didn't because I'm busy doing stuff, but then also not even registering that, because me and my family, we did the dinner and we did Easter egg hunt around the house. So that was kind of so I some of it was eggs, some of it was candy. That was it. That was my Easter basket. It wasn't that my mom like went out and bought things. So it was just the way our house did things. So I wasn't really locked in on the buying a whole gift basket for somebody, unless it was like our grandkids or kids when they were little. We did it. I just didn't think for like a grown adult. I'm like, I'm out of that age range, right? I don't need Easter baskets. I need an Easter bag. Give me a bag of a G. That's all I need. Give me a G. You want to give me something for Easter? Give me some cash, non-taxable dividends, dollar bills, Benjamin Franklin's. You know what I'm saying? Do that for me. But me and my daughter and her friend, we went to EbonyFit, Alan. So a whole bunch of people that work out. It's basically like how we did CollectorCon, but just put it in a fitness atmosphere. It's all fitness people that work out. Not all people were in shape. Let's just be real. Not all people were in shape, but they had the confidence of being in shape, and they worked out, and it was all healthy eating and all that being promoted there too. So, and they travel this company or this event. It's around all the U.S. It's in 55 or 60 cities in America. The bigger cities, right? New York, L.A., Miami, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, down south here. So Houston, Louisiana, New Orleans, I would say Jackson, Mississippi, Atlanta, Georgia, places like that, in Virginia, DC, all that. So because it's EbonyFit, right? It's for us, right? Us for that we have a lot of melatonin in our skin. So there you go.
Too much.
Yeah, too much. But it was cool, And I say it wasn't like I got recognized, which was cool. I was like incognito. Just one guy found out. He figured it out. He was like, "Oh, wait a minute, he said, because it's always my daughter, because people hear her name like Amani Green, like, wait a minute, why does your name sound like something like somebody we know?" And she's like, "This is my daddy right here, Ahman Green. There he is, right there." And she's like, they're like, "Oh, gotcha." She always says that. I think that's cute. I like that. So yeah, we had a good time seeing that. We did one camp. It was this booty. We did a booty class. It was a glute build-up class.
Booty class.
So it was glute. It was your glutes, the technical term, a glute blast. You blast the glutes. You had a rubber band that was like right over your knees. I got one, and you just go to town. Stepping left, right, up, down, lunging, and all that stuff. And then eventually, you being in a place where a lot of CPR and people start doing things they shouldn't be doing at a gym. You know, they start twerking. I'm like, look, you can't be twerking while we're working out. You can't do both.
Dang.
Like, come on. Like, focus. Keep it tight. So we had that going on there. But other than that, Easter was a good weekend. My granddaughter, she went to her dad's side of the family for Easter, so we didn't have her, which is good, but she still had a fun time. We got pictures of her. She had her Easter outfit on. She looked cute. She looked fantastic. So man, your turn, Akedo. How was your Easter? Chat, how was your Easter as well? What on? What was the food? What was the menu? What was the vibes?
Busy. Mom made, we went down to Milwaukee to hang with my mom, my dad, went to church. Easter Sunday. They had a really good breakfast there, really good food. They had like grits, they had eggs, they had bacon, they had, biscuits, the works. So it was great, really good to get some church food. My mom made ham with potatoes, green beans, and she did like an apple dump cake type thing. Ooh. So Artie was loving that. Artie was eating good, and I had a fruit cup that morning too. It was good. Really good company. What else? Just been busy with school. That's why I'm looking. This was straight from GameStop from campus to straight to school.
What you pick up? I know you picked up something at GameStop. What you get?
Nothing. I was actually just gonna trade in the defective system.
Oh, the one you were telling me about.
Yeah, I was just gonna see if they'd give me something. The guy's like, you need an HDMI cord. I was like, I thought you'd take them in if they don't have the controller, like whatever. Like if it's a defective system, they're like, well, you still need the HDMI cord. I'm like,
so you left that home. Gotcha.
Well, no, not even that. I'm just like, if it's a broken system, why do you need an HDMI cord? Whatever. And then, well, I don't have a controller tested here. I'm like, well, can I buy the? Oh yeah, you can buy this controller. I'm like, okay, how much is a controller? $70, $65 for a PlayStation 4 controller. I'm like, look. So, that is what it is.
Yeah, you could do it.
If I'm out $20, I'm out $20. But it was just kind of one of those things. We used to look for defective systems and stuff all the time. I was funny because I took it to school. I went at school, left school, saw it was like $20 for parts. So it's not like I was expecting anything anyway. Right. Obviously, my IT guys are like, all right, cool, let's like whatever. Get it, go to the bank, get $20, give it to them, head back, and we're surprised it even turns on, gets to the menu. So wow. I was like, all right, bet, whatever. So I was like, the guy had said, he couldn't hook a controller up to it. Obviously, I know Drew, just as kind of like a fun, it's a broken system one. Can we do anything with it, type thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not spending $70 on a controller to get it to work. So I was like, And I saw on GameStop website and that's on social media, people were trading in all these defective systems. I told you about that. Like, hey, people are trading in, whatever else. So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, worst case scenario, I'll just trade it in whatever, since they're taking this sort of stuff in now.
Right.
But whatever.
Refurbishing it, getting it ready for gameplay again.
It is what it is. So I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that. You'll hear the unhinged version later on Atomic's chat.
Oh man, I love it. All right, it sounds good. So we got a great show ahead of you for today. We got some good topics. We got a lot of news bites here. We got 3 of them. We got some good, some bad, and some sad going on in the quick hit news bites. But before we do that, we're gonna kick it to a commercial from our friends with Lucid Sound. So be right back in 29 seconds. I like saying that. 29 seconds. Go. Love up your game with Lucid Sound, the next evolution in gaming audio. Whether you're Team Xbox or PlayStation, Lucid Sound has you covered with premium wireless headsets for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PS4. Hear every step, every shot, and every detail loud and clear. Comfort meets clarity. Game with Lucid Sound. All right, we got first on the slate. Let me hit the audio real quick for quick hit news bites. Here we go. I'll do one hand kung fu on you. There you go. Boom. All right, so we got the first look at the limited edition DualSense wireless controller from PS5 for 007 game that is coming out later this year. It's a stylish new controller inspired by James Bond's iconic code name and weapon, available for pre-order next week, April 17th. So, ooh, is this something you're gonna go for? Because I'm a controller freak. I'm a controller nut. I got controllers all over this house and this room right now. It's about, of the ones that work, it's probably a dozen that work and then another 10 that don't. But they're just now artwork around my podcast room here. So, as in the article read, you could go to blog.playstation.com. So just every secret agent carries their signature weapon. Yes, I do. And I'll ask this question after I read this line here. Every player has a signature controller. Today, we're excited to share a first look at the new dual wireless controller from 007 First Light Limited Edition. So, first reaction to it, Akedo, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you like what you see here? And chat too.
I mean, it's got that GoldenEye vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's got the it's got that vibe to it. I like it. It looks clean. It looks clean. It looks good. I'm a big one where it has to match the console. You know, and I use an Elite.
So that means they're gonna have a gold console to go with this one.
They had a gold PS4 one.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that would be
James
cool
Bond for 007.
Nah, it was just like one that they just released. It was just like a gold, like they had the gunmetal one. They had like the Days of Play. I think this one was just a gold one, but like I wish that they would have it where like for this is my DualSense Edge, where you could just pop off the face plates and do like limited edition, like you know, plates or something like this for something like that. Because I want the hair triggers and stuff on the back.
Right, I don't have that. I looked at that controller. It was like, oof, I'm not ready for that.
I mean, it's nice because I can replace my thumbsticks and stuff, though. You know what I mean? And it comes with a really nice case and everything else. But I'm like, if they were to have it so you could swap those out and make limited edition plates, kind of like they do for the system, like that'd be kind of cool. Like, or it'd be super dope if they had like a gold plate that matches the controller. So like you have like a 007 plastic gold cover you can just snap onto your system that way. That'd be kind of cool.
100%. So I got my Spider-Man controller from the Spider-Man Edition PlayStation.
That one's cool too. That one's worth money. That's like $100 controller now.
Yeah, 200 years ago. 2 years ago.
200 years.
But also we're streaming on Instagram. So AG_Gamers Lounge. If you want to go there and pop in. We got my daughter's in there that was here for the weekend. She jumped in. Hey, shout out to EbonyFit LLC doing her thing. What's up, AJ? Actually, I'm gonna type it in there. Thanks for jumping in. She doesn't work till later tonight, so this is cool. Got my daughter watching me do my thing on the Twitch. AgFit, great name. .LLC. Boom. Did it go? There you go. Oh, that's NIL, or is that NIL TV Esports? Oh no, we're streaming on NIL TV Esports. Excuse me. I thought we were streaming on AG_Gamers Lounge. So there you go. Fix that. We're streaming on NIL TV on Instagram. So everybody knows that. So if you want to drop some comments in there, go follow, like, subscribe at NIL TV. Also, that's part of us. But then also AG_Gamers Lounge on IG and also Ahman Green 30 and then Akedo, Alan Calvin on Instagram for you.
It's just Akedo on everything.
Is it Akedo? Oh, okay.
It's Akedo on everything.
Got you. So yeah, I'm super hyped. I'm a controller freak, like I already mentioned, and this is more of a remark from Ramis Paulson. He is the franchise art director on 007 First Light. He mentions with this 007 First Light controller, we saw the opportunity to welcome James Bond back to gaming for more than 13 years in a way that felt instantly iconic. The golden finish pays tribute to the elegance, legacy, and the timeless style of the franchise, while the barrel is inspired, detailed reflexes that themes of the game and how it feels to play it, as well as being a nod to one of the pop culture's most recognizable, visible signatures, 007. So every element of the DualSense design was crafted as a celebration of Bond's return, blending legacy and was it modernity. I always got one word that messes me up. Modernity, messing that up, to create a controller that feels unmistakably 007 for the moment. You'll see it from Mr. Paulson there. So I like that. Where's the signature at? I just see the symbol. Must be on the back.
I'm wondering if it's on the back.
Yeah, it's right on the back. But I got a video here to show as well. Bottom of the screen here. And we got, here we go. We can see pictures here. Boom. And the signature first light. Earn the number. So it might just be the 007 tag or sticker, you know. Modernity. So there you go. That is the controller. And then let's see, you have a little video of it too, introducing it. Here we go. The music doesn't get any better than that. Limited edition controller. Nice. Yeah, I might have to go swoop that thing up.
That does look pretty good.
Yep. Gonna have to definitely read the fine print. It says, let me see, from prices here, First Light 007 First Light Edition will be available limited quantities globally. Recommended retail at $84, which is not bad for US. And I believe maybe this is yen. It's 12,480 yen. And euros, $84.99 euros. So not much different than US prices. So pre-orders will begin next week, like April 10th or April 17th, excuse me. And at 10 a.m. local time at direct.playstation.com. So we're available as well as participating retailers. The exact launch date and availability for the controller may vary per country, per region as well. So that means read the fine print everywhere to make sure if you want to get this thing, you want to get there. So there's also the new controller launches starting on May 27th alongside the 007 Lite for PS5, where players take on a role of young Bond at the very beginning of his journey in the standalone reimagined original story of video games, navigating a world of global intrigue and entering his code name. So the DualSense controller adapts triggers, delivers precise responsiveness and during gunfights, and with wild haptic feedback places you in the middle of the action during the explosive set pieces for the game. Learn more about the 007 First Light and check out the latest trailer that we just watched there. So there you go. April 17th to 10th. Get your pre-orders in, then the controller drops a little bit, almost like a little bit over a month later, May 17th, going in the summertime for most people and kids there. So there it is. Big game coming up at you. Now we're going down another path here, unfortunate path. Let me share my screen to the next quick hit news bite. I've been practicing this name. So Yoshihisa Kishimoto, I think I got it. Kishimoto, creator of Double Dragon and Renegade and Double Dragon 4 and River City Ransom, has died at 64. So Yoshihisa Kishimoto, creator of the Double Dragon and River City franchises, has died at the age of 64. This confirmed by his son, Ryubo Kishimoto. Multiple social media channels. The son, and this is the son of Kishimoto, and he wrote, "I'm sorry to inform you that my father has passed away to rest on April 2nd." So it's that last Thursday. I hope you will continue to enjoy my father's works, including the Konokon, and thank you. He said in a follow-up, hold up here, let me change up here. There we go. All right. Here we go. In a follow-up post on X, he continued, I'm sorry for not being able to reply, but thank you very much for all the many heartfelt messages, memories, and messages. I truly enlightened to learn that there are people around the world who have played the Kiono Con series extensively and understand my father even more deeply than I do. Please continue to enjoy my father's works with a smile in the future. So Kishimoto is an industry luminary, beginning his career at Data East. Oh, I remember that name, Double Dragon for sure. Working out on the Laserdisc games and eventually joining several colleagues at Technos. There, he became known for his work on numerous beat 'em up all over the world. So similar to what we've been playing, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Shredder's Revenge there, Akedo. So over the years, especially Double Dragon and the Kiono Con series which is known for the West as River City. Known in the West as River City. And his early work was based in part of breakup he went through during his high school years, as well as Bruce Lee's martial arts films such as Enter the Dragon. So it was the form that in 1986 he created Nikatsu. I'm tearing these names out. Kunhoi Kinyo Kan, or Renegade, as it was titled internationally. The first game in the River City franchise, which his team of Technos Japan went on to create numerous sequels for arcades and eventually games from the NES, the Super NES, and PlayStation. So you got some good, legendary games that he was a part of. I mean, Double Dragon right away jumps off. River City, I played that once or twice, but mostly Double Dragon. And then they got a revived Double Dragon too. So his legacy is still his legacy is still pushing on in terms of the game sense, and he could live forever within that. So if you're a big fan of Kishimoto, pick up a game. I know I'm gonna pick up between He-Man coming out, Double Dragon, and I already got Shredder's Revenge, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm gonna always be down that retro lane. We got one day a month we'll replay retro games on this channel and on NIL TV Esports. So it's something that, when you see a person pass away who was influential in the world of gaming, it's obviously a big loss. But hopefully, his son may want to, carry on, or somebody else will be inspired to carry on this. Was any of these games was a part of your rotation, Akedo, or in the chat?
Double Dragon was before my time. I did want to try it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's important to pay homage and kind of, even more so just to honor people's works and creating. It's one of those things where it's sad where people are, when they die, you don't find out about how influential they were to the series and to that genre of game until after the fact. And then you wish you would have played it more, or supported it more. Or that someone had shown it to you earlier. But it's those pioneers in the gaming industry that kind of set what we have today for like the side scroller roguelikes and like Ninja Gaiden and Double Dragon. I think it's important that we keep those franchises alive, whether it's being reproduced by like an indie dev or picked up that way, like, so that way people, once again, He-Man's coming back. You had asked me a couple years ago if He-Man was going to come back. It's a generational thing. It's just like Pokemon too. It's it's things where the grandparents and parents are able to bring that to the younger generation. So exposing them to what you guys got to experience and what I got to experience to Artie, it's a special thing that grandparents could be sitting down with their great grandchildren or grandchildren playing Double Dragon on a new system, you know, and you're kicking it, and it's like, man, I was doing this way back when. It's a bonding thing, and it's important.
It's
so
awful.
That way, you know, they have a respect for the original things, like Atomic constantly playing like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It doesn't get better than that. So I'm playing Princess Peach with my granddaughter, you know,
right?
And then Mario Kart too. It's just that nostalgia, that learning of things that you learn from playing those games, because obviously as the bigger stuff we have talked about before in the show, there is no strategy guide. You got to figure it out. You know, you got to figure out the boss moves at the end of every level. There's a big boss. You got to learn their movements so you could beat them. You know, when
that's part of it though. That's growth.
So and those are their fighting. Those fighting and fights in Double Dragon and River City. Those fights you had to learn like how to move your character so you don't get punched in the face or kicked in the face or a fire hydrant thrown at you or a garbage can thrown at your face or head or stuff like that.
It's trial and error.
Yep.
You know, and I think that teaches kids.
Myself.
It teaches them problem solving and fine motor skills and just kind of how to think outside of the box for situations. I don't think parents and people realize that certain games really emphasize life like skills that they'll use outside of the game. It's like with chess, you know, problem solving, like, you know, there was no strategy guide, how to deal with frustration, like when you want to throw a controller, how to cooperate with other people, how to, you know, situation, you know, awareness, like being aware of your surroundings and like how to better position yourself, how to communicate to achieve a goal, or like co-op games like It Takes Two or even Turtles, like when, you know, when you're sitting there on the couch, you and your buddies are eating pizza and whatever else, it's like, why can't we beat this level? What are we doing different? What do we need to be doing? Or should we be doing something else? You know, we've been at this a couple hours, bro. Like, how many times are we going to do the same thing before we realize, like, this ain't working out? Like, and it's that aha moment, or you hear on the playground, hey, yo, I heard Billy beat the level. Like, what did Billy do?
Yeah, what did he do? How did he do it? Oh, that was the courtyard discussion during lunchtime in my elementary school in California. How'd you beat that boss? Yeah. How did you win that game, that match in wrestling or Madden or Tecmo Bowl or something? What did you do? That was the that was our strategy guys. Was the conversations at the lunch table. So on that note, we'll head over to the last article of today. Another good one here. Gonna oldie but goodie. We got Donkey Kong. Something going on with him. And so it says, enjoy the creator of Mario getting absolutely grilled in a historic Nintendo lawsuit. So Sergei Miyamoto gave his testimony in the 1983 case against Universal for proprietors of King Kong. So this goes down a couple lanes of things. So you got King Kong, you got Donkey Kong, but Donkey Kong being a gorilla or a monkey kind of takes up after King Kong. So just pay attention to that as I read along here. So if you're going on a gaming history buff, if you're a gaming history buff, kind of like myself and like my man Akedo, then you most likely know all about the landmark stuff, what happened in 1983 with Nintendo and the Universal case in which Nintendo had to defend the right to keep Donkey Kong decades later. King Kong at that time, and still now, is thriving. He's also BFFs with Godzilla. As we know, if you've seen all the new Godzilla Kong movies, Monarch is on what's that on Prime or no, it's on Apple actually. So they're BFF, and both entertainment giants are happily collaborating on the box office juggernaut that is also Super Mario Brothers franchise. So that's where Donkey Kong comes in. So, but even if that's all old news to you, the nitty gritty of this case is really known to the people inside the courtroom. So Gaming Historian is a YouTuber. You want to go check him out. Known for producing extensively researched documentaries of that some fans compare to a guy by the name of Keith Burns. So in early April, citing burnout, a personality saddened fans by announcing that he would no longer make educational videos for retro games. To mark the occasion, the YouTuber left fans a parting gift from in the form of a document dump. So the collection in the paper trail for Universal versus Nintendo case in its entirety. We're talking about everything from the evidence presented in the proceedings to logs of witnesses and interrogations. So Nintendo argued that its ditzy gorilla was not influenced by the other famous gorilla of that time, King Kong. Okay, that's going to be, I would love to hear that argument. I'd be in the room for that. So because the franchise actually began as a licensed adaptation of Popeye, the Sailor Man, which what Popeye came in this thing now? That's my old goodie. That's an oldie but goodie right there. Popeye the Sailor Man. I am what I am. Oh man. So you already know the outcome of this trial, but the catch of documents is still worth pursuing to get the sense of how the lawsuit actually unfolded. So Nintendo provided the court with things like the original design documents of the first Donkey Kong. So that means you gotta go to the artwork and you gotta disclose this information, Akedo chat, to prove to the court that we had this going on first before Universal decided to go. Well, Universal's been around 100 years, let's be real, but they had to prove that they didn't get their idea from there. So the first handwritten list of names that the company considered for the franchise were we now know as Super Mario Brothers. There are a dozen of pages where the father of the Game Boy, Gunpei Yokio, describes the initial meeting where Nintendo came up with the classic ladder game concept, and the respiratory is full of fun exchanges, and a lawyer referred to as Mr. Kirby that was in the courtroom. That would be John Kirby, the naming inspiration behind Pink Ball, our little Pink Ball character there, and little soft cushy guy. And he's a badass on Smash. That's my main. There we go. So in trial, while people utter sentences like you can't have a pronoun for a gorilla, what? Okay. So that's interesting. So they got hardcore with some of the games that we play or some of the people that we follow, Akedo. So what's your take on this right here so far?
I've said it once before, and I'll say it again. If you're gonna go up against Nintendo, you best be
ready,
prepared.
Fact.
And I think going up against them for anything is pretty stupid because they dot their I's, they cross their T's, and they're pretty clean and mean with it. So I mean, they're very, very protective of their IP and their franchise, and to go over, after something, such as like Mario, like I wouldn't even bother. Like you're fishing. I know Nintendo does the same thing over like the battle mechanics and stuff for Pokemon. So I'm not saying they're innocent. Because I know people will, fire back at me and be like,
real quick.
What about when Alan does it, or what about when Nintendo does this? When they're trying to take down the emulators and do whatever else and do this and sue over Pokemon? I'm like, that's because they don't want their work being pirated anywhere. They don't want people saying Pokemon with guns. They don't want. It's one of those Will Smith moments. That's the best way to describe Nintendo.
Which moment?
The one at the Grammys.
Oh yeah.
When Nintendo's keep my game
name out your
mouth. Gotcha. Like, don't speak ill of Donkey Kong. Don't speak ill of Pokemon. I don't want to hear it. Otherwise, I will. Then the other companies are like, "Holy cow! Nintendo just sued the bleep out of me."
Right, man. Yeah,
I mean, more 9 times out of 10, they'll get you, especially if they know they're in the right for it. So I mean, you best be prepared. You can try.
Right, you can.
But
try
Mario, when they lawyered up, Mario's a lawyer too. That's one of the games you don't see. Is like Ace Attorney Mario.
Is that real, or you just coming up?
No, I just made that up. You believe it though.
You believe it though. I would believe that they have Mario as a lawyer.
Dude, I swear, Mario pick up that briefcase and be like, "Let's go,
And this, I want. What was it? What's the word that they say? Objection.
Yeah. He's gonna walk out that courtroom with a suitcase full of mushrooms, coins, and everything in between. Go ahead then. Go ahead.
be about that life, right?
It is cool because in some of these lawsuits, they just to see the original documents and kind of the historic pieces that come out of this and the lore for some of it that they don't normally have to disclose unless it comes up like we have to disclose this, and that comes out. That's cool for gets a treat to gamers like, ooh, like I didn't know that, or ooh, I didn't know they knew how to do this. But at the same time, it's kind of like, dang, they really put a lot of thought into this too. So
and they're protecting it. They are protecting it, boy. Yeah. And that's what Nintendo's going to do. So they're protecting their IP in terms of Donkey Kong. And don't climb up this tree because you're going to get a whole bunch of bananas thrown at you, basically.
They bananas for trying to go against Nintendo for some of that stuff.
Right. Nintendo is Debo. Even though they got kid games, family games, and occasionally they'll get a AAA game like Madden or 2K put on their console. But it's that dude where you basically like, you think you could whip them or you think you could have them, but you find out real quick. It's like the Tasmanian devil all up in your face. They doing all this. Yeah, they about that life. So they're going to protect their IP. They can protect everything that they know they put their work into to make money and to make the company what it is today. It's been around almost 200 years. We already know that. It was back in like 1889. Excuse me, 1889 is when Nintendo was created, and there was no technology. There was no high technology. It was low tech back then, and they made it. And so for them to be around this long, if you go come knock on their door or climb up their tree, try to get up there with DK, then you better have a real King Kong to be there for the fight. All right. So that's all the quick hidden news bites for us today. Let's head it over to our friends with Devour Go. Let's see what they're talking about. You can order stuff, bring it right to your desktop, and eat and have a good time. So we need to do this, Alan, and we need to come up with a guild. We can make up a guild on this too, on this app. We could put all of us. We got enough team members to do that. So here is Devour Go. See y'all in a few. While you game, Devour Go delivers more than just food. It is the next-gen commerce platform bringing seamless ordering into the heart of gaming and entertainment. Skip the app hopping. From your computer to the kitchen, Devour Go makes it easy to fuel up without missing a moment. Game on, eat up, Devour Go. All right, we're back. And of course, we got the Digital Divide Initiative fundraiser going on. You can get your t-shirt today. I'm wearing it right now. Is the Ahman green t-shirt. All-time leading rusher. I'm going to be talking to Green Bay real soon here as the season draft and all that comes up. Pitch it to them to see if they're going to support. And we have, this is where we at. We're at a little bit over 1,100. Nice. We're going steady pace, but you can head over to the website and you have items here. You have a live challenge. That means if you donate $15, you could request me do something on my stream, this stream or my gaming stream. The fitness dares, you get me, you could do 15 push-ups or a quick workout. You want me to go through that. Or you could come up with the game topic of what we're talking about here on the show here. So suggest a game topic or shout out for me to talk about my stream or my podcast or even your stream or podcast. And then here's the t-shirts here. You have the all-time leading Russian t-shirt where just the t-shirt itself, which is still nice. And then you jump up to the collector's edition where you get a signature added to it on the sleeve there or right above my head. Then the legacy bundle has the t-shirt, a signed photo, along with a signed game program that I was on the cover of being a Packer and playing in Lambeau Field. They had the game day programs. I have a ton of them. Love to give them away, so donate. And then you get a future discount on donations in this. And all this is going to, so the Digital Divide Initiative, it is all about bringing tech to places where they may not have it, to underserved communities. So starting off with inner cities, rural areas, and native reservations. I am Choctaw Nation, so I'm bringing this initiative there because then kids, people living on the reservation, people living in rural areas, in the farm areas that cannot get access to good technology like internet, broadband internet, stuff like that, they can. With my assistance, working with Stay Plugged In, they have put in facilities around the country, and now I'm joining the team to do that. And with our first facility, we actually got going this time last year, right before draft. they got the green light, and we're gonna start building here in June, and we'll launch it, and we'll be on my stream here. It'll be at the Menominee University up in Shawano, Wisconsin. So that is the first Ahman Green Foundation / Stay Plugged In initiative esports room that will get built this summer. And so it's going to be a big day. We're planning up all we planning out the dates, what's going to go on, what we're going to talk about, who's going to be on board for that event when we launch the esports room at Menominee University. So check out that DDI. What's up, Cowboy Naughty? How you doing? And please donate anything you want. And I say anything counts. Everything counts. And for between the fitness stuff and the t-shirt stuff, bring it in. And then we're going to be developing a store of other things on the foundation website. So that is in the works as well. So you can come in, not just buy t-shirts, you can buy other stuff too. So that is the game plan. So thank you for tuning in and listening to that. And on that note, we'll take it to another commercial break. Listen to our good friends with the people that are helping us with this initial digital divide. Stay plugged in. Talk to you in a few. Looking to turn your passion for gaming into a college opportunity? Stay Plugged In is the premier platform connecting esports players with college programs nationwide. Whether you're grinding on Valorant, Rocket League, or Overwatch, Stay Plugged In gives you the tools to showcase your skills and earn esports scholarships. Don't just play, get recruited. Visit staypluggedin.com and start your journey to the next level today. All right, we're back here, and this is this week in esports history. I'm trying to find some good. There we go. Boom. We'll put that in there. Boom. Get that and share that. So this week in esports history on April 6th, which was Monday, 2017. So we have 9 years ago? Quake Champions closed beta took place 9 years ago. Bethesda kicked off the closed beta for Quake Champions, aiming to revitalize the classic arena shooter genre for the modern era. Did you play this game, Akedo? Anybody in the chat do? Put your hands up.
I think I played Quake 4 on 360.
Nice. Fun game. I know I had it. I had it on
or was it Quake 3?
I had it on OG Xbox. I had it on OG. The OG with the Duke controller. So
I haven't heard of Quake in forever. Same with Unreal Tournament.
Right. Because it's a graphic company now, just Unreal Engine now. That's what it is now.
Well, they'd always made the Unreal Engine. Like the Unreal Tournament was meant to showcase the Unreal Engine and stuff and whatever else. Like Unreal they had made a bunch of games, but Unreal Tournament was like their FPS shooter. It was great. Unreal Tournament. I wonder what other games they made. They had Unreal.
Yeah.
That was Unreal Engine 1. Epic Games. Sega Studios? Dang.
Yep. So that is Quake, April 6, 2017.
Is only the beginning.
And then next up on the slate there, we got, let me see.
It looks like they were going to reboot it, but it got canceled.
Right. All right, next up here. Next up is Call of Duty Online, launched in April 10th, 2020. So this is current where things are in the space right here. But during the global shift of digital-only competition 6 years ago during COVID, the Call of Duty League resumed its season in a purely online format. So this was that time. What was you doing then? Were you watching the Call of Duty League, Akedo? And anybody in the chat, what were you doing watching Call of Duty League, watching Overwatch online at the crib, trying to go outside? If not, you're going to get yelled at.
In 2020?
Yeah, in 2020.
Man, I don't know. What 2020, I think we were playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Like Animal Crossing is what saved a lot of people during COVID because we were able to it's like a breath of fresh air. Even though you were outside, you could still do whatever else. I don't know. 2020, man, 2020 sucked.
This is a new map here. This is the new game, but still, this is something that's going on now. Sometimes it's in person, and the game is not quite a big fan favorite, right? A lot of people don't like the Omni movement. I like it. I like jumping off walls. I wish I was Spider-Man, even though I'm a Batman fan. Nothing wrong with that.
I think they're doing. I mean, if you're some old people I know don't like it, but
some old people. Yeah, we know those old folks. We know who that is.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind the Omni movement. I just feel like I like the guns. I don't think it's a bad game. I just wish I don't know. It's it's Call of Duty. You know what you're expecting when you buy it. It's not
right.
What do you expect? It's COD. And BO6 to BO7 didn't even feel like an upgrade aside from the Omni movement. So I'm I guess. And I would say the new modes are pretty cool. Endgame's cool. The zombies are cool. At this point, I'm why did BO6 exist? Why didn't we just have BO7? And the skins kind of are not great. Not that they need to be. So, I mean, it's COD. It's one of those things where you look at Call of Duty and what will they come up with next? And everyone's I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, they got some off the wall things for us.
I heard the campaign, that's weird with the co-op. People didn't, I still want to try it. Once again, we always say you need to try it yourself before you judge it. And it's I'm looking for it's some Forza or something else. Give me Titanfall 3. Give me something. Just do the formula over. You don't have to do anything crazy. I think that people overthink the whole thing. I think Battlefield 6 had it more right. If you say, Battlefield 6 or Call of Duty, I'll be more excited and we've had more fun doing Battlefield 6 stuff than Call of Duty, just as far as the realism of it. Just I don't expect anyone to hop over me or do anything weird. It's Akedo, bleeping, heal me and whatever. I'm you feel like you're in the trenches. We're
that means
around.
just don't get shot. That's what you do.
Right.
Get shot. Yep. And so the next one on the list is Overwatch League Stage 3 battles started back in April 6, 2018. So 8 years ago, the inaugural season of the Overwatch League saw a major upset as the LA Valiant crushed Seoul Dynasty 4-0 during Stage 3. This is not that game right here, but just showing highlights of Overwatch competition going on right now. But that was a big upset for the LA Valiant at that time. A couple years before COVID during that timeline. And then also big record breaking events that went on during. I say no, that's this year. No, that's not history. Oh, here we go. Tournament legacy highlights. It was. Do I have this up? Here, I'll get it up here. We got. Let me see here. I think we do. Tap that. Oh no, we do. We have it up. So we had the League of Legends regional finals. Was a big deal back in April of 2022. 4 years ago, this week we saw the peak of regional dominance, including the LCK Spring 2022 grand finale between T1 and Gen G, which remains one of the most watched regional matches in league history. Valorant Masters what's this? What's that? Ray Vakake? I don't know. I'm messing that up. I'll just say Masters. This week, 4 years ago, saw the opening stages of the high demand Valorant Championship Tour, the Masters, which eventually drew over 1 million peak viewers. So this is the most popular tournaments here in 2022. As it reads in small print, I need glasses. I'm seasoned. Can't see that small print, man. What's wrong with y'all doing all this small print stuff? Can't see that. What did it say? We had the MLP ID season 9 and LK Springs 22. Season 9 of the MLP had 2.8 million viewers. LKC Spring 2022 1.3 million viewers. The Valorant Championship Tour 2022 Stage 1 Masters in Revike. Oh, that's Revike. It was 1.1 million or 1 million there, and the LEC Spring Tournament was 700,000, and then the Twitch Rivals Creator Series North American Kickoff featuring Fortnite Zero Build Competition, 557,000 viewership there. So there is a nice little walk down memory lane for Esports Week. The history of esports coming up this week. Akedo, what'd you think about that? Did you you think you could go handle somebody in some no builds on Fortnite on that Twitch Rivals? Because that's just guys like us that game. Getting in that game and letting it loose.
I was up till 2 a.m. playing Pokemon Champions. All right.
Yeah, that game is out. Yep.
How
you doing? Did you finish it? I know you almost done.
Finish it. It's not a finish. This is a new way we play video games. A new video game platform.
What
so all the new
the next video game.
This is for competitive Pokemon. This is new competitive Pokemon. This is the way we play comp now. So that's why this is a big deal. So people are complaining already. But to answer your question, no, I will not be playing against 10-year-olds, 16-year-olds, all these people doing the bills. I barely even want to play Fortnite this season. Like, I log in, I just look at it, and then I just turn the game off. I updated it. I'm like, speaking of which, I should probably update the Call of Duty. I'm about to turn on my system midstream. Hold on.
Reach in my refrigerator behind me, get my Slide Boost. So shout out to Slide. Thank you for being a sponsor of the show, handing out prizes. So explore your world. Clever, cunning, cool. Sly is sneaky good, y'all. Sneaky good. Ready for adventure? Day or night? All right. We got the good, healthy stuff in here. The nootropic, anadogenic benefits, Algar, alpha, learning and mental endurance, Toriosine, mental sharpness. So yeah, I'm about to blast off in this. And Rhodolia is focus, relieve stress, and fatigue. Definitely need this. This is all in the Slide Boost, baby. Go pick that up. If you're living in Arizona, you're in Phoenix, you're in California, head to the grocery store. They got this for you. So I'm going to shake up just a tad bit as I get ready for the next segment here, which is going to be the best thing I've seen on social media. Let's get a commercial from that Slide group, and then we'll hit you right back. Oh, wrong button. All right, Slide. Boom.
Whether you're deep in the digital world or out exploring the great outdoors, Slide Drink keeps the good times rolling. So power up your play with Slide Boost for energy, Slide Chill to relax, and Slide Dream to recover. No matter where your adventures take you, explore with Slide. Refresh, recharge, and repeat.
All right, and with all the big things going on with Super Mario Galaxy, the people can't wait till the next one come out. I found an interview on IG with Donald Glover, who played. Was he Yoshi? Did he? Or
he was Yoshi.
Yeah,
I lost audio for a quick second in case you were talking to me on the Xbox. So
no, you're good. No, you're good. I wasn't talking to you. Gotcha. Had lost audio. Yep, you're good. But yeah, he was Yoshi, and it's him and the cast and crew of Super Mario Galaxy talking about Donald Glover winning a nice little prize when he was on a radio show when he was a kid. So here we go. Does it pop? Oh, I gotta pop it up first. Boom. There it is.
So you won this game in a radio contest?
Yes, I won this game. I was the 8th caller for Radio Disney.
He won not the game, the console.
You won the N64 and
I won the whole, and this game came with it. It was the only game that came with it at the time.
Yeah.
So I got that game. We beat it a bunch. I love that game. Well, this is the game I begged for, and I won it.
So you won this game in a radio contest?
Yes, I won this game. I was the 8th caller for Radio Disney.
He won not the game, the console.
So chat, And Akedo, if you could win a game or a console in a radio call-in show, what game and what console would that be? Give it some. I know you're gonna give it thought. I can see you getting your thinking hat on over there.
Oh, easy. I would win that Pikachu N64 Pokemon Snap.
Oh, Pokemon Snap. Nice.
Well, like, I mean, I wouldn't, to me as a kid, that would probably be the mix. Like the Pikachu N64, the blue and yellow one. Mm-hmm. I had it once. I've had pretty much anything I've wanted at least once. I want to get another one like super bad.
Right.
Actually, or the console I've always kind of wanted, but I've never gotten was Dead or Alive has a blue Xbox that is extremely rare. I've never seen one in person. I think it was Japan exclusive. It was called Kasumi Blue Xbox, and it's like a blue see-through Xbox. So the Halo green one. Imagine that in blue.
Yeah.
And it was a Dead or Alive limited edition console.
Oh, okay.
It's like $1,000, $700 pre-owned. Like it's a really rare 360. Or I'm sorry, not 360. It's a really rare Xbox original console.
Gotcha.
And since I owned like an Xbox original console growing up, then I like Dead or Alive. I think that'd be a cool one. But that Pikachu N64 is another one I really want.
Nice. So Pokemon. So OG John says Pokemon Center, Venusaur, Game Boy Advance. Ooh, that sounds fun. I know for me, I've seen a lot of Madden consoles with controllers, and it was one. I think it had either the cover athlete, whoever that cover athlete was, on the cover of the game that year, and they were all slapped on the console as well and the controller. I'm like, oh, that's so dope. I want that. And then that's why I got this Spider-Man one here. When I saw Spider-Man, when I first moved here 2 years ago, I saw on Best Buy advertisement that they had Spider-Man PlayStation 5 edition at the Best Buy not far from my house. And yeah, I shot over there so fast. I saw, man, I'm in on this. We doing this. So I know Donald Glover, he had a good time playing this game, and I know we did too. So there is the best thing I see on social media. Wait a minute, I think we got a audio for that. I think I hit. Did I miss anything? I gotta quit hitting news bites. Yep. Best thing I see on social media.
You're so dumb. Got him! Ain't nobody got time for that.
Let's hit that one more time.
You're so dumb. Got him! Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yes, sir. Nobody got time for that. But you will have time to play these old retro games that's coming up here for this weekend. Video game history. We got some good stuff coming your way. Got some fun games coming at you. Let me switch the screen over. Get it set up, and boom. First game up. We got my man talking to himself over there. This is, hold up, let me get the banners, get that up, and then boom. I don't know who's talking, but we're gonna put him on mute. The first game up is a game called, wait a minute, where's the, it is called Conker's Bad Fur Day, a rare, infamous M-rated platformer launched in Europe on the N64, known for its crude humor and subverting the cute mascot trope. There you go. My man going down there. He's like, Revenge of the Nerds coming your way. You're always missing calls. Good gracious, I'll call you back. Oh, man, I tell you. People, you know how you try to get a hold of somebody and you never do? And then when they call you at the wrong time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. You got Conker's Bad Fur Day. Next one up is Yo Game, Akedo. A game that you like.
Conker's Bad Fur Day is wild. I want to go through that one.
Yeah. But next one for you is this Pokemon. What is this one? Pokemon Gold and Silver. The highly anticipated Hantu region games officially arrived in Europe for the Game Boy Color. So that was on the Game Boy Color. What is that? Every day.
Gold and silver, yeah.
Yeah, that's not it. What's going on? They started off with that. They're gonna flip it on me. Flipping off the TV. Oh, there you go.
John, have you checked out Champions yet? My back. A lot of people ain't trying to mess with Champions.
Because you got to fight, right? You actually play the game, right?
Yeah, all that stuff that I'm talking about for comp with the EVs and the IVs and the stats and all of the stuff I'm spewing about, this is for those people. All the casual people are like, I don't like that. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. All right, here's the Pokemon red or gold and silver going at it right there. Next game up. We got quite a few games. We put that to the back. Oh, nope. I don't
Gold
have
and
it
silver were really cool because they were the first games that were time-based.
Yeah, that was on Game Boy Color right there. Look at that. Total Dial. What? Cinequest.
Totodile was my first Pokemon, yeah.
I think it's everybody's first one. That was my first one on Z to A. That's like a beginner stage Pokemon or something.
Some people like Cyndaquil. Chikorita gets not enough love, but people like Chikorita too. But it's crazy because the day and night cycle and the days of the week that was very unique in Gold and Silver, Crystal, because you had to actually set the time. I don't know if everyone should know this by now, but most of all the Pokemon Game Boy games have a watch battery inside of them for the time. And if the battery dies, even up to Emerald,
is this in the game or just like a real watch?
The cartridge.
Watch
battery.
Gotcha.
So that's how they keep track of the time and stuff in between for the time-based events and also for the save data. So what was unique about Gold, Silver, and Crystal was that like the bug catching contests were on Tuesdays real time, and then certain Pokemon were available in the day or the night depending on the actual time of day. And it's not like now on the Switch you can just adjust the time. You would encourage you to play kind of during the mornings. Pidgey would appear, or like in the evenings, a Hoot would appear because it's a nocturnal Pokemon. So that was really cool. Then on certain days of the week, like they would have like department sales, you could get cheaper items, and they had a different lottery thing where you could go up to the store clerk and every day you could get a chance to get a Master Ball, second Master Ball, stuff like that. And then just the time-based thing was a really neat feature in Gold, Silver, and then later on Crystal, which was kind of the in-between game between the two. So Gold and Silver, that's some of people's favorite Pokemon games right there, Gen 2.
Yeah, next one up is thank you for that, Alan, for sure sharing that. Xenoblade Chronicles came out in 2012. A massive fan campaign known as Operation Rainfall. This acclaimed JRPG finally saw its North American release on the Wii. Wonder how that played on the Wii. I know this was a game that what's the man you call Tapioca? Eeyore. The Tapioca Master. He has played that a lot. I think he was a fan of that too when that came out.
What, Xenoblade?
What was this? This is 2012. It released in North America on the Wii.
Xenoblade Chronicles has always got like critical acclaim. Like it's done really well. You got a couple characters in Smash. Shulk, Myra, and Pythra are in Smash Bros. As playable characters. I have not played the Xenoblade games. I think it's part of the Xeno Saga.
Right.
Was back on PS2. I think it's part of that universe. I'm gonna quick Google that so I don't misspeak.
Now we got this universe. We got Pokemon Stadium. You are playing the new one now. This one came out in 2000. So European fans got their first taste of 3D Pokemon battles on the N64, the Nintendo 64. So there you go. I'm assuming this was the first edition of Pokemon Stadium. You would know. I know
yes.
Yes, it was.
If it's Pokemon Stadium 1, then yes.
Yeah. I say this guy would know.
So this one was really cool because of the mini games. Like, you know, a lot of people played a lot of the mini games. They had 4-player mini games. Pokemon Stadium for the red, blue, yellow cartridges, you were able to, like it's saying, register Pokemon from your Game Boy cartridge. They had an adapter that you could put on the controller, and you could actually use your Pokemon from the Game Boy cartridges on the N64, which is cool. And this was huge because you're looking at your pixelated monsters that you take on the go, and you're able to watch them like battle in 3D, you know, against your friends. You know, you go over your friend's house, and you're like, whoa, you're looking at all your Pokemon in 3D. It's crazy. It's like, you know, mind blowing at the time, and that carried over to Pokemon Stadium 2. Obviously, Gold and Silver introducing the Johto Pokemon, and then also in Generation 3. For Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire on Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Even into the Wii, they had Pokemon Battle Revolution, which was the spiritual successor to the games I just mentioned, where that was, you know, Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, Pokemon Platinum era, and they featured online competitions and battling on that as well, which was cool because you could wirelessly control your Wii on the DS and use your Pokemon on the DS to battle online, which I did as a kid in the morning and whatever else. And that fast forward, that was pretty much the last game that was like that until Champions, which launches today. Is bringing that.
You're already playing it. You already played.
Oh yeah, when it came out, when I got the message that it released at like 11 last night or something.
Really?
We immediately downloaded it.
That's what gamers do.
And it's different. We'll go back to the podcast. If y'all want to hear about that later, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so the next game up came out in 2007. Yoshi's Cookie, the puzzle classic, was a re-release in North America via the Wii Virtual Console. So there you go. I believe that was April 8th or April 7th. Sorry, April 7th, 2007. Yoshi's Cookie. All right. Well, YouTube goes to commercial. We'll go to commercial. Or we'll get out of there, go to the next game here, which is a game I just started playing, a variation of is Metroid Zero Mission. Came out on April 8th, 2004. The definitive remake of the original Metroid was released in Europe for the Game Boy Advance. So you got Samus getting on up to the different levels. That old school pixelated pixels. Is that 16-bit? That's got to be 16-bit. You think?
For Samus, I don't see the image on the screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Thought it was up.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, I'll back it up a little bit.
Dude, I'm sorry. That's on a serious other note. That's got it. I think that's 16, yeah.
That's 16-bit.
Definitely not 8.
It's not. Oh, come on. Stop him.
Dude, I gotta drop this in chat. The fit on these Pokemon items is too sick, but it's too expensive for my blood.
All right, as soon as this video decides it wants to get going again, we'll head on down to the next one. You know what? We might just do that. It's another fun one of games that we've played, from characters we played before, and we'll continue to play them all. Why? Because they're fun and they're recognizable. We know them as the ones from Bowser to Mario and all that fun stuff.
I gotta send that to Virgil, bro.
So we got Bowser, our Super Mario Paper World 2007, the unique platformer RPG hybrid was famously allowed players to flip between 2D and 3D perspectives, launching in North America for the Wii back in 2007. So we're talking about almost 20 years ago, 19 years ago. That's crazy. 19 years ago.
Paper Mario is cool.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I think
Steph really likes Paper Mario. I didn't get a chance. You know, it was big on the GameCube with 1,000 Year Door.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was a good one.
That's Super Paper Mario was 2007, but yeah, 1,000 Year Door on the GameCube, like People love it. I know Victor, my friend, Victor. He loves it too.
Yeah, the card trading.
It's a funny game too.
Yep. Next up here, we got Dr. Mario coming through.
I could never do Dr. Mario. I didn't even know they had it in 64.
I've been trying to get it mastered. You got to match up the little fevers and the codes.
It's the pills, like the opposite pills. Ends of them. It's rough, dude.
Yep. So that came out here in 2001. Dr. Mario on the N64. The medical theme puzzler made its debut in North America on the N64. Ooh-wee. Classic. Good old oldie but goodie right there. Like Paper Mario, between Paper Mario and Dr. Mario, doesn't get any better. No fun than that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep, doing good there. And then headed on down the line, we got the next one is Sakya for the Nintendo, the NES. It's a classic, 1985, a classic entry into the Nintendo's early sports lineup. Released for the Famicom in Japan. And this game was followed by games like Tecmo Bowl and 10-Yard Fight, which was before Tecmo Bowl, which was a football game. And if you played that Tecmo Bowl, you know the theme song or you know the theme sounds. That sound meant you were running with the football.
That's trauma right there. He gonna whip my butt so bad at this game. Or was it not Tecmo? Not soccer, man. But Tecmo Bowl. We went to
get some more Tecmo Bowl in, bro.
Ludio's Tecmo Bowl tournament at the arcade and at the what was that?
Speaking of that,
no, we were in Milwaukee. Go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of that, we'll be having a Pros versus Joes at the MGC. So we're gonna start advertising it. We got to send Dan. Shout out to Dan Lucen, amazing guy who runs the MGC, and he is all aboard us playing the Pros versus Joes. So we got to come up with 3 or 4 games that everybody, the pros or I'm the pro that the Joes will play against. I'm thinking right now, NFL Street. That's one of my games I gotta play. And then either Tekken or Street Fighter. I would say Tekken because I have stronger characters that I know I'm good at in Tekken. And then we do a shooter like Call of Duty or Halo. Probably do Halo, my game. Or if we don't want to do any games with big games like that, we just stick to the Switch games, play some Mario Kart, play some Super Smash Brother, and play some Mario Strikers. Get on the pitch, play some real soccer with all them things in there. So this is the old school soccer game right here from back in the 80s. So this was 40 years ago, y'all. 40 years ago. This game came out here. Fun game. Love to play it. Never played it. I didn't have a whole lot, but I did when I had friends who had it in the neighborhood. And we would get after it. Playing some fun old game. That is Sakya from over the pitch, over the pond. That is it. And we're coming up on our last few ones here. We have a fun one from a recognizable character here coming in the picture in the fold. Wait a minute. Share tab. Boom. And we're up and at them. We got our girl Laura Craft. The Laura Craft Tomb Raider Legend came out in 2006. This soft reboot of the franchise launched across multiple platforms, including PC and the PlayStation 2. So from 2006 to now, I bought the ones for the Switch, so I got those playing in the background. I got to get out.
Tomb Raider 1 through 3 is free this month on PlayStation Plus if anyone's wanting to dive into that. The remastered.
Yeah, those are fun to play.
So if you haven't checked out your monthly games, go check them out because that's one of them. I'm mad because I purchased it, but
it's okay. All right, last one up, coming up on the slate here. We got another oldie but goodie. We got a fighting game that you know what? I might get this in the rotation real soon. It is Skullgirls here. Let me get that up. So Skullgirls came out in 2012. The stylish 2D fighting game was first released on the PlayStation Network in North America and is a game that they play religiously at CEO, Frosty Frostings, and other fighting game competition tournaments throughout the country. So check this one out. It's a fun one. You got the characters' artwork is really down. They really locked it down. You got fun anime looking characters that are all fighting, and they're all ladies, all girlies fighting it up. It might be a couple guys in there. I just saw a Beowulf guy with a looked like he had a baseball bat with teeth on the back of his neck or something. I don't know what that is, but check this out. Esports, video games, history of the week here. Last one, Skullgirls. Check it out. Need this game to research. Need this game for research. Really? You do? Naughty, what you need this game to research for? All right. So we got done with that. Headed down to last couple of segments of today's show. And now we're headed to another Lucid Sound commercial. So we be right back.
Level up your game with Lucid Sound, the next evolution in gaming audio. Whether you're Team Xbox or PlayStation, Lucid Sound has you covered with premium wireless headsets for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PS4. Hear every step, every shot, and every detail loud and clear. Comfort meets clarity. Game with Lucid Sound.
For Akedo and crew is Pokemon Champions, as he has been mentioning all day, came out today on the Switch 1 and 2. So Pokemon battles for everyone. Recruit Pokemon in-game or transfer them from Pokemon home. Then gear up for thrilling battles with trainers near and far. Compete in 3 different modes of Pokemon battles. You got ranked battles, you got casual battles, and you have private battles. You can change these modes in both single battle and double battle formats. Plus, you use in-game victory points where you earn to improve your Pokemon stats, acquire new looks for your trainer, and many, many more. So far playing this game, Akedo, where's your thoughts on it?
I like it. I wish the graphics were a little bit better. Only because, it's going to be a mobile game later on. So you keep that in mind. With the Switch 2 optimization running at 60 frames a second, and the optimization that they've done between Scarlet and Violet and Z to A, growing back to the lower frame rate and some other things is it's kind of tough, but that's my only real gripe. So what you're seeing here on the screen is the recruitment. You can recruit Pokemon for a trial period, so you can rent them. The game is free to play. Did I pay for the $50 a year annual membership? Yes. Why?
What's the membership brand?
I don't know. Didn't care.
He bought it anyway.
Didn't matter.
It
gives you 1,000 box spaces. It gives you different missions that you can complete, and a couple other different things. I think you can do a couple other things or whatever else. I didn't care, but I'm I went all in on this, and what it basically is, and the reason why it's not really for casual Pokemon players. It's very stat oriented. This is all battles. It's all Pokemon battles. Double battles, single battles, mega evolutions are going to have, terrestrialization, whatever evolution gimmick they have for the game, where you can transform your Pokemon temporarily. Gigantamax is going to be in there. But anyway, if you're trying to play comp, this is going to we're Pokemon World Champion of 2026. This is going to be on this game. We're not doing the other mainline games anymore.
That's going to be in Los Angeles, right?
Yep. So this is the new format, and it's going to be very transparent. You can see exactly what EVs what effort values you're putting in your Pokemon at one time, what the different natures and stuff do. I explained, the different held items, and using all of your Pokemon knowledge as this is your battling format. So what Pokemon can you recruit, and that's where it's going to get a little So you have to spend points that you earn by battling to recruit Pokemon to either use temporarily, or if you have a permanent pass, to recruit them permanently. And then you only have so much box space, and you can transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Home to this game, but it's not really a transfer.
So is that from the mobile?
Yes, you can do it from Pokemon Go as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'll work. So this is across all different Pokemon. You can take Pokemon from Go. You can take Pokemon from Scarlet, Violet, Z to A.
Yeah.
You can take Pokemon, whatever else, but you're scanning them in, right? So they don't go into the game. You're just kind of scanning them, and you can use them for a certain amount of time. And I was wondering, like, cool, so can I scan in my Pokemon and then make them permanently in the game? And that doesn't look like it's the case because it defeats the recruitment mechanic of basically you go in the bushes and then you have a select amount of Pokemon you can choose from. You can recruit once a day, or you can spend VP that you earn to recruit the Pokemon, and then you can use them for battle. So this is what they're doing right now as they're training them. You can choose your ability. You can change all their stats. So let's say I want to put more in attack. I can go ahead and scroll that, and then it costs the VP right there. You know, it sees, okay, your VP is going up, so you need to watch how you're spending that. Do you want to use your VP to recruit Pokemon? You're going to max out your Pokemon so that way your Pokemon do more damage, or do you want your Pokemon to have more HP? All right, that one took too much damage. Let's go ahead and swap that up. Let's give it some more defense. Let's give it some more HP. Let's max that out. And now if I take a hit like that again, it's not going to do as much. It ain't going to
do nothing.
Right. You know, you can tweak your Pokemon. You have to really know, really play up your Pokemon stats. And then once again, it's going out of recruit and everything else, basically what I just said. So is it for the faint of heart? No. Is it kind of like a gotcha mechanic thing? A little bit. Basically, they have like, you know, you can use it for free, but you only get that Pokemon 7 days. Or you can spend VP to, like, you know, whatever. You get a lot just for signing up. So is it worth downloading right now? Yes. And they had a battle pass, which I didn't know. So it's like a $50 a year membership, which gives you the extra slots to recruit more Pokemon, because I think you only get like 15 or 30 or something like that. I don't know the exact number. And you have to still buy the battle pass. So it's like Call of Duty, of course. You got your hook.
There it is.
Like today, I have to do so many ranked battles. I have to do so many casual battles. So I got to get my battles in for today. I got to do my recruitment thing for today. And then, then you can earn different rewards and stuff that way. So if you're a Pokemon fan, should you check it out? Maybe. I mean, if you don't, give it a shot. I mean, I would say
that's what I would say.
You're gonna get a couple battles in, but like,
and they just dropped a Z to A, and then another one. They got
but this is like
already, and within the last.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, the starter pack. So you get 50 box spaces. You get a trainer battle. You get some tickets. The teammate tickets and the training tickets are nice. So that means you can like really customize your Pokemon like start to finish at least like 50 times, which is dope. So I mean, if you need someone to explain the stuff to you, I'm more than willing to do that. But you better be ready. You know, it's always been a science. This has always been in the games.
Yeah.
It's just never been on the forefront of the games. Everyone thinks it's all, oh, Pikachu's my friend. It's friendship. I'm looking at hard numbers. I've always looked at hard numbers. It's like,
that's what he's trying to get, that dub.
I'm trying to get the dub. And for comp, it's always been this, but it's been like, it's never been explained this way. So Pokemon Champions is trying to be like, kind of like, this is how you do this. This has always been there, and you can bring this to the actual other games, but we're not doing that anymore. If you want to battle, then we battle on our Switch 2s, and it's only on the Switch and Switch 2 right now. It's coming to mobile later this year, so you'll actually be able to battle Pokemon competitively on your phone anywhere, which is big. So check it out if you're interested. If you have any questions, hit me up. Let me know.
Sounds good. Good job there, Akedo. He is a Pokemon professor. He don't mess around, and he can direct you down that path.
Naughty asks, is Pokemon becoming a pay-to-win? I would say no. It's more of a get-good situation, and because you can earn these Pokemon for free, it's not really a pay-to-win. It's kind of okay. So think about it like Unite, right? Would I call Unite a pay-to-win? No, it's a MOBA, but like, are certain characters maybe suited better than other characters? Yes.
Maybe.
Do you have to pay for them? Kinda. You know, it's one of those things. Could you earn it for free? Yes. Would it be easier if you paid for it? Yes. But I mean, does that really make it a pay-to-win? No. Could I beat Naughty with only free characters at the beginning? Maybe. Depends on which character he picks.
I could say that potentially.
Right. So it's not, because there's so many different ways to play Pokemon. There's no like one Pokemon beats all. Like, just because you choose a Charizard doesn't mean I couldn't beat you with like a Rotom Wash or a Mega Starmie. Like I could beat your Charizard 6 ways to Sunday, but it also depends on how you build it. You know, like the same
6
thing.
ways to Sunday.
I don't know. It all depends.
Gangster right there. That's that gangsterism. All right. On that note, we'll head over to we coming out of game releases of the month of the week.
Release the games. Yeah. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
We got one great release broken down to the nitty gritty from my man Akedo. So headed to the next segment. What's on stream?
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
We are back recapping. You know the movie. You know the series. Or you know the game. You know the series. Fallout Season 2, Episode 2. I'll say I have to give... I didn't do this last week, but I'll give a grade of a 8 out of 10. Very high Rotten Tomatoes for Season 1 for Fallout. And it's already inclining to do the same here in Season 2. And if you haven't watched Season 1, please do get caught up, and then we all talk about it. What's up, Pants? Welcome to the chat. Cowboy Naughty too as well. Get in the chat. We're talking about this Fallout. Episode 2 is the golden rule, which is you can't put a price on family. And that's what we know. The ghoul, played by Walter Goggins, he is looking for his family. He's dealing with Lucy, played by Ella Parnell. Great crew of people. And then also that's a nice little team. So the golden rule slows down things a bit much enough to hit where it matters most. So the family, so loyalty and what we're willing to sacrifice to protect the people that we care about. So in this world in this Fallout world is in the series is built on survival. And so in this episode reminds us of that connection, and still the most valuable thing of currency out there is the love for a family member. So Lucy, we start with her. She's holding on to humanity the best way she can because she's a person, as you know, was raised by the rules. You know, even the rules her dad kind of projected that on her, but he really didn't live by those rules. So Lucy continues to evolve as the emotional center of the story. So after everything she learns, she is no longer that naive. She actually is hip to the game now, is a little bit, forceful on things. So she refuses to lose her core values, though. She's not going to go that far down the rabbit hole like the ghoul did, and his name is Walter Howard, I believe. His character name is Walter Howard. Let me see here. Or Cooper Howard. I'm sorry. Cooper Howard. But Ella is like, no, I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to be that ornery, mean, careless, or destructive as he is, because he's really just trying to survive. We'll get to him in a minute. So this episode puts her in situations where survival would be easier if she stopped caring, but she doesn't want to. She's not going to not do that. But she doesn't. So instead, she learns into what makes her different, right? She's compassionate. She has loyalty, and also she believes in people even when she doesn't know them that they're going to be good people, walking up on them, even in the wasteland. But Akedo, chat, I don't think that's a good idea. So, but that's where she has kind of hardened a little bit and then has a radar up. So in the wasteland, that's both her greatest strength and then her biggest risk so far. So have you was able to catch an episode yet, Akedo?
Bro, listen, I have not watched an episode of Fallout. With the crocodile, whatever, in season 1, that's where we stopped.
Oh, the big crocodile, yeah.
Dude,
anybody in the chat, if you watch season 1 and 2, please drop down any of your comments that you like about it, or any things I'm talking about here as I break down the characters in episode 2. Before we get to Akedo's favorite character, I won't mention his name until we get to it. So right now, the ghoul, he's a man that has, was shaped by so much loss because why? He lost his wife and his daughter when the bombs went off. Okay. So the ghoul storyline deepens as we see more of the emotional weight that he carries, because obviously we know he knows how to survive. He's going to kill he going to kill people before he get killed. So remember that that's where the hardened exterior is built from all the years of betrayal, of survival, and the loss of his family that he's looking for. So especially tied. So all that is especially tied to his family. So in this episode, it basically reinforces all that. So he didn't choose to become this way. He just had to adapt because he knew that obviously he wants to live. He wants to, then have the motivation and goals to find his family. I think you would, right? Artie and Steph come up missing. What you gonna do, Akedo? Huh?
Probably get a burger right now.
You got to clip that one. He said, "Get a burger."
I can't think on an empty stomach. I have to get some food.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So the ghoul right there, he's forced to confront something he's avoided. So, what does family mean, and when does everything? When everything is gone? What does family mean when nobody's there? So that's what he's dealing with right now. And now to Akedo's favorite character of the series, we got Maximus learning the cost of loyalty because he is projecting himself as a badass when he is a little badass, but he's not the badass, and he knows that. And so he continues to struggle with his identity, right? Because he trying to be a badass, and some people may know, or definitely himself know, he's not all the way there. He can't just take out a whole crew by himself. And for that purpose, his journey was less about survival and more about just trying to fit in, trying to belong to his team and to the crew of guys that he's lying to about what he did and didn't do. So I'll say this episode in terms of Maximus, it highlights the pressure of the loyalty to the Brotherhood because he's hiding all that information and they think he's that dude when he's really not that dude. He's what's the imposter, right? Imposter attitude. The cost of following others without question, right? He was doing that in the beginning. He's kind of questioning people now, so he's kind of doing his own thing. So I don't think he's really down that aisle a whole lot anymore. And then an internal conflict between doing what is right versus doing what's expected, because he knows now that he's part of the Brotherhood, he's going to have to sometimes take orders from a guy that, if you remember the scene, he called him his son. So the old bald guy said, "Hey man, you're my son now." Blah 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 blah. So taking rules from that dude, I don't know. It might catch him in a scenario that he may not want to go in. Hit the slide boost. There we go. So Maximus is starting to strike, I say, kind of understand everything. So family isn't always about being blood. You don't have to be blood related to be close to somebody. Also, it's always who you're told it is, basically. So you got to really be safe, protect yourself, be defensive, and be ready to I say protect yourself, because you're sitting in the post-apocalyptic wasteland, and that's what's going on here in this series. You got that young lady next to Ella. I'm not Ella, but Lucy, that is going to flip on her later in this scene right here. So is family the real currency is the question right now here for episode 2. The golden rule centers around one powerful idea. You can't put a price on family, right? So once you do that, like going to find them, I think you'll go at any expense to find them. Like you said, other than get a cheeseburger, you're definitely going to eat that cheeseburger and then get out hunting for your family. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Artie be all right.
He said, I feel like Artie be all right. Hey, you know this is live.
Yeah, I know.
But
I would look for him, but Artie be like, I handled it, Dad. I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised,
hilarious,
bro.
Dude. Oh, but as you look in the wasteland, everything has a cost, because there's other things out there. There's other people out there. All right. So be careful. And so this episode does a lot of exploration, protecting loved ones versus protecting yourself, the trust versus survival, like who you're going to trust to watch your back while you're out there hunting, and then how you're going to survive. Because if you trust people, you most likely might end up short in the life department because you might not be able to trust them. You feel me? Akedo, chat. So you got to be real. So this game, that's why this movie's so good, because obviously in the game it's not much different. It's just different kind of story arcs that are being developed between the TV series to the video game that was in the game. So, and I've only played it once. I've played Fallout 76. So, and how far people will go to hold on to connection, where they, obviously the ghouls hold on for over 200 years. He's been on planet Earth after the bombs dropped. He's like 200, almost 300 years old. So he's held on a long time to go find his family. That just says a lot for him and his character. So that you know he's not a baddie, but hey, he's going to do that dirty stuff, get his hands mucked up if he needs to. So every character right now, as we see in the series, is forced to make decisions based on based on who they value and what they are willing to lose in the long run, you know. So I say the biggest thing why this episode matters before we go to the final take is it deepens more emotional strikes across all the characters between Maximus, the Ghoul, and Lucy, right? So strengthens Lucy and Ghoul's dynamic because they're the one walking in the desert. You know, she's adapting to him. He's adapting to her. He's still a jerk to her every now and then, you know, but he's Mr. Knight. He has a little soft spot in his heart for Lucy. And right now while they're on their journey. So pushes Maximum closer. So this episode pushes Maximum closer to a defining decision on basically coming out front and saying who he is and what he done and what he didn't do. But now he is there. He is still that guy that come in and be a badass, in other words. So also this episode reinforces the human side of the Fallout world, right? You got people from a human side, lying, cheating, stealing, some being truthful, some being real, like Lucy learning from her mistakes of being too honest to people or trusting people, and she finds out she needs not to, you know. But at the end of this episode is you see where Maximus comes in. So this scene right here, that's Maximus and his dad, where this outsider came in with a nuke, and that's where the nuke went off in his town. He was in his dad put him in a refrigerator, and he survived. And so that's where you know two things. You know that his parents died, but then you also know that Lucy's dad was the culprit that blew up this town that wasn't far from LA, I believe. So the final take on this Golden Rule episode proves that even in a world destroyed by war, the most important thing people are still fighting for is each other. They're trying to just, you know, I'm a team player. I tell my wife that all the time. I'm a team player. If I'm in this game or I'm in this movie or this series, excuse me, I'm gonna tell the guys the same thing. But if they're gonna set trip, I'm gonna have to give them the business. Be like, hey, you better back up. Don't take my niceness for weakness. Just like on the football field, you're gonna have some problems. We all trying to survive here, literally. We're living in a world where we barely have certain things. We barely have water. We barely have uncontaminated food that we could eat. And y'all trying to power trip. So don't have it. Don't do it. So the Golden Rule proves there is even a world destroyed by war. The most important thing people are still fighting for is each other, like I mentioned. So Lucy is holding on for hope. The Ghoul is confronting the past, I would probably say, and then Maximus is questioning the future. I'll say I'll probably be between the Ghoul and what Maximus is doing, because I wouldn't say there's no hope. I say it's just not a lot of brighter side days going on in the wasteland above ground. So, and in the middle of all that, family remains one of the things that one cannot replace at all. So that's the breakdown of it today. Akedo, you got any comics, chat? Anybody that want to jump in, please start watching the series. You can start with episode 1 from season 1. Get it going. You could be ready for the next episode next week. If not, hey, just let me talk about it. I will. So Akedo, if you got any final words, you can take us out.
I got nothing.
You got nothing? You got nothing, man.
I don't like Maximus.
We got to get some intros we got to do a new intro to the show and have you in there. Because you don't play Rocket League. We gotta talk about the games you do play. So we got to do a new intro to that. I don't know, maybe Sway can help with that. Shout out to Sway Creations doing our edits for my stream and this podcast as well. And then headed to the last segment here, because we got to get an intro for this segment. We got to get intro for esports, this week in esports history, and this week in video game history. So last segment of the show, we get it now and pop in. We got another. Oh no, we got another commercial here from Devour Go, and we'll wrap this show up. Get that Devour Go going, please.
While you game, Devour Go delivers more than just food. It is the next-gen commerce platform bringing seamless ordering into the heart of gaming and entertainment. Skip the app hopping from your computer to the kitchen. Devour Go makes it easy to fuel up without missing a moment. Game on, eat up, Devour Go. All right, we're back on. I know my man Akedo, you got to head on out. If you got to head out, be safe, drive safe. Hope the weather's good.
Weather's all right now. I'm gonna go stuff to go grab Artie.
Okay. Yep. So go grab your kiddo. Get ready for dinner. I know after this stream, I'm definitely get me some food in me. I am hungry.
I'm starving, bro.
Shout out to everybody on Instagram. My daughter Amani, she's in there chatting. My man Morris, shout out to Morris out in Las Vegas. Might be working with them on some esports stuff. And then shout out everybody on X here on both Twitch channels here, Ahman Green TV and NIL TV esports, and then Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge on YouTube and on LinkedIn. What's up, y'all? The suits, the people in the suits and ties.
I need to get on that.
We on there too. So this is the last segment of the show. I'm gonna break it down. Akedo, like you said, you got to cut. Adios, mi amigo. Hasta luego. And see you later. There you go. So first, my tip of the week here is we're playing fighting games again. We've been playing Street Fighter last week and maybe some Tekken this week, maybe more Street Fighter. So study other players. So watch better players play the game. So go to YouTube, find video. Don't just watch it, study it, break down. So watch it. So how you break down film, this I could teach you this real quick because this was my job as an NFL player. I had to watch film, break it down for myself. If I had to get ready for Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs with the Bears, Derek Brooks, Shelton Quarles, Rondé Barber, John Lynch for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Chris Claiborne and crew in Detroit, John Randall and crew in Minnesota. So you watch each player and then rewind it. So obviously you're just watching one player fight. You watch that one player fight, and then when he throws a combination, rewind it to see what he did prior to that. So look for how they move neutrally, why they take risk, and how they defend under pressure. And so watching their combinations, how they set it up, they're going to close distance. They might close. I say they're going to run into close distance, then they could back up to try to get you to throw a punch and then go in. Once you throw a punch, that's when you're at a deficit. That means you have a weakness, so they then can attack. So be smart about that. So like I said, just don't watch. Study the movement of every character. That's the first thing. When I get in the match into Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear, Smash, now Skullgirls, I watch their movement, how much space they keep it in between me and them, what they do, what they're trying to do to go into a combination that's going to be their number one combination. Because they, most gamers, not all, but the young gamers are always spamming one or two moves because they learn that move, they're going to stick to it. So know when that move is at its weakness. That means at the end of a combo, if they miss it, they are in for damage being dealt. You can hit them, you can destroy them, please. So that is the time to do it. If they throw a hit, they miss, kick them somewhere, take them and destroy them. So what brand was the refrigerator? You need one? Oh, that was at Cowboy 92 Akedo. So game of the week tip. Yep. Like I said, don't just watch the film, study, look for how they move in neutral when they take risk and how they defend under pressure, even if they can block. All right. So that's the gamer tip of the week. And that's the last episode of Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge episode 291. I hope you had a fantastic time. So thank you for tuning in to my Gamers Lounge. We're going to be gaming. We're bringing gaming and sports and life will all collide. So we hope that you enjoy the show and got your daily dose of gaming goodness and insightful conversation. So be sure to follow us on social media, subscribe to the YouTube, follow us on IG. We got IG, we got Ahman Green 30 on IG. We got Ahman Green AG_Gamers Lounge. We have NIL TV Esports. And now we got True Blue TV. Please go follow on IG as well. On X, we have AGG Gamers Lounge along with NIL TV Esports and also True Blue there. And on
LinkedIn is just Ahman Green. That's my LinkedIn. And on YouTube, it's Ahman Green. Please go sub there. Please do all that support. We are growing. We're having fun. We have the digital divide. We're trying to bring esports facilities, esports rooms. Basically, in a nutshell, it's like bringing a football field to a school, high school, middle school, Boys and Girls Club, rec center. So we're building out a place for gamers in the world. Thank you, Cowboy 90, for that. Donate any way, shape you can. Get me to do push-ups. Get this t-shirt. Whatever will help. We'll be putting more information out about this. We got a website. Go to the website. Also, donate to the website as well. You got little options there. You could just put straight cash there or credit card information there and then donate as well. Whatever amount helps. $5, $10, $100. It doesn't matter. All right. Follow, help, subscribe, grow this podcast, grow the Digital Divide Initiative, and join our community of gamers. So you could become a greenie. We're going to be working on those greenie emotes and t-shirts real soon. So until next time, keep gaming strong, stay passionate. This is Ahman Green signing off, and game on. All right, y'all. Peace out. Thanks for jumping in, everybody. Cowboy 90. I think I need to raid out to somebody. Usually I come out of here hot, and I forget I got to raid out. Let's go and find somebody who we could raid out. Who can we raid out? You want to jump in the Discord? Go jump in the Discord. Let's see here. Who can we raid out over here? We got Ann Online right now. Oh, yeah, let's do Ann Online. We haven't seen them in a while. I'm going to raid out on Ann Online. Can I do that? Where can I do? Oh, chat. Here we go. Oh, Vienna Valor, she's on? Is Vienna on? Yeah, she is on. Oh, let's do that. Yeah, let's do Vienna. All right, raid Vienna. That is my niece. So there you go. And True Blue TV Net is on. Yep, they already got created. Vienna. V-A-N-A-N or N-N. V-E-N-N-A. Valor. Vienna Valor. We are rating her out. So everybody, thank you for jumping in this podcast. This is the Discord. You could copy and paste that. Please jump in the Discord. That's for Discord for Ahman Green TV. And eventually you can get the Discord for NIL TV Esports. Please do that and join in and have some fun, man. Scan that QR code. That QR code right there also gets you to the t-shirts. I could put we got all sort of areas where you could get the Discord or the link to get you a t-shirt. Where's another one here? Right here, boom, on top of the screen. You could get that one right here, right up top. Copy and paste that link too, coming across that Tiltify account. Go get your t-shirt. We got greens, we got whites, we got black, we got small, medium, large. We could, if you need order bigger sizes, let us know. We can get bigger sizes made up as well. XXX, XX, stuff like that. All right. So we're gonna rate out to Vienna Valor. My niece, tell her I said hello. And you guys have a great rest of your Hump Day Wednesday. Gonna play a little bit of Halo later on tonight, maybe around 6, 7 o'clock. Excuse me. But until then, game on, like I mentioned. All right, here we go. We got raid out. Did that raid out? No. Boom. There we go. Is it raiding? Is it raiding? Is it raiding? Try to say raid without saying raiding. I might have to go into my account. So I log out here. That's NIL TV. Let me log into Ahman Green TV. I'm at the raid out that way. I don't think it raided. Nope. All right, I'm gonna get in there. There we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. What's up? Go to my channel. And then hit the raid. Here we go. Hit the raid now.
There we go. Be in the valley. Hey, y'all. Peace out. Tell her I said hello. Have a good rest of your stream. I will be in there too to say hello as well. I always muck that up. I always muck that up. All right. Let's right on out. Have a good day. See y'all later on some Wingman Wednesday. All right, y'all. Peace. All those are still in here. We get jamming. Break it down. All right, bye.